Ashwin, why would you compare the M31 to the A51? Don't they belong to two entirely different price segments? Well, yes, they do. The 6GB RAM 64GB storage variant of the M31 is 15,000 rupees and the 6128 variant is 16,000 rupees. So yeah, the Galaxy A51 is a lot more expensive at 24K. But the difference between M series and A series is not what it used to be. I will explain this in detail during the video and in the conclusion as well. Before that, consider subscribing to the channel and maybe hit the bell icon as well for some decent tech content. Let's get the phone out of the box. There we have it, the Galaxy M31. There's a 15 watts adaptive fast charger and a USB Type-C cable, plus the SIM ejector pin and some paperwork, which includes the SAR value, which is pretty low. Two differences between the M31 and the A51 so far. The A51 comes with a protective case and earphones, the M31 doesn't. The differences also extend to the overall build and design. The A51 is thinner and lighter, but mind you, the M31 has a humongous 6000 mAh battery, which is literally 50% more than what the A51 has. Even otherwise, we cannot really consider this as thick or heavy because most phones in this price segment are almost equally thick and some of them are even heavier than the M31. So props to Samsung for achieving a reasonable form factor despite cramming in a huge battery. Everything else about the build and design is similar on both phones. They have plastic back, plastic frame and Gorilla Glass 3 on the front, which isn't the best solution to be honest. So it's highly recommended to install a good tempered glass, like the one from our sponsor Glazed Ink. What's special about Glazed Ink glass is that it has 2.5D curved glass along the edges, so it covers the entire screen, leaving absolutely no gap. You won't see awkward gaps like this, which you might get from installing any other tempered glass in the market. They have tempered glasses for a lot of other phones as well, including the Poco X2 and the Galaxy A51. So do check out Glazed Ink, link in the description. You can use the promo code TJOC to get a 10% discount. We need all that protection for this amazing Super AMOLED display. It's a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus display with a 20:9 aspect ratio, similar to the A51's display. But that one uses an Infinity O screen, basically a punch hole selfie camera, while the M31 sticks to the dewdrop notch, just like most other phones in this price segment. The M31 also skips the in-display scanner for the traditional fingerprint scanner at the back. Honestly, it's a lot faster and more accurate than the A51's in-display scanner. It also has support for Face Unlock, which is also pretty fast. Now, the best thing about the phone is it can stream full HD content on apps like Netflix and Amazon Prime Video right out of the box. It is sad that things like these need to be mentioned at all, but as long as there are brands that don't offer HD streaming on their phones, I think it needs to be mentioned. Now, the back panel also looks pretty cool. This is the space black variant. There's also an ocean blue variant. It doesn't look very flashy or attractive, it just feels functional. Kinda reminds me of the iPhone 3GS, which is literally 10 years old, but still one of the better looking phones of all time. The Galaxy M31 sports the Exynos 9611 chip. We know exactly what it's capable of, because we've seen the same chip on the A51, the A50s and the M30s. It's good enough for all your daily tasks like browsing the web, checking out social media, streaming videos and so on. Even for gaming, it's quite good. That's what I remember saying in my M30s unboxing video, but that was 5 months ago. Right now, we have phones with Helio G90T, Snapdragon 712, Snapdragon 730G in the same price segment. So compared to them, the Exynos 9611 feels a bit outdated. But only while playing high-end games at high graphics. Otherwise, the performance feels sufficient for most things. Also, it's a 10nm chipset, so it's quite efficient. And obviously, when you pair that with a 6000 mAh battery, you can definitely expect 2 days on a single charge. This is easily the best battery life on a phone in this segment. In any segment, actually. Of course, I'm ignoring phones like the Energizer phone, which is basically a power bank with phone capabilities. The M31 also supports 15 watts fast charging, but even then expected to take at least 2.5 to 3 hours to charge from 0 to 100%. Now, important note, the A51 also has the same Exynos 9611 chip. Now, weirdly, the Galaxy M31 has the 64 megapixel main camera. The sensor is actually superior to the A51's 48 megapixel sensor. Of course, we cannot really judge the image quality too much without actually comparing the images, but these sample images shot using the M31 do look quite good. Samsung's image processing is pretty impressive even on budget phones. There is also an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, a 2 megapixel macro camera for those ultra close-up shots, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor for those nothing actually. It's just there, sitting simply. We have a night mode in the camera app, but only for the main camera. The ultra-wide camera can be used to click panorama shots, plus there is support for EIS or electronic image stabilization for 1080p video recording. It's not available for 4K. It also has Samsung's super steady mode for crazy good stabilization. It uses the ultra-wide camera though, so use it only when the lighting is very good. And the M31 has 480fps super slow-mo video recording for those fun shooting sessions. There is a 12 megapixel camera on the front for selfies and slow-fies. Yep, it supports slow-motion video recording. The M31, just like the A51, runs on One UI 2.0 based on Android 10. Lately in my videos, I've been talking about how much I like One UI 2.0. It has improved a lot, both visually and functionally. There are some new cool and useful features, and more importantly, it's really fast and responsive. From navigating in the user interface to opening apps, notification shade, app switcher, everything feels snappy. The M31 also checks all the remaining boxes like Bluetooth 5.0, dual band Wi-Fi, a dedicated micro SD card slot to expand the storage up to 512 GB, and of course the headphone jack. It's still not dead, at least in the budget segment. Samsung claims you can experience Dolby Atmos with earphones on, but of course, like I mentioned before, you need to buy the earphones separately. They're not included in the box. So 15,000 rupees for 6GB RAM, 64GB storage, plus micro SD support to expand storage. Seems pretty impressive. 6000 mAh battery with fast charging, 64 megapixel main camera, HD streaming out of the box, a great software experience, and good build and design. The A51 on the other hand costs 9,000 rupees more. The major differences include the punch hole camera, better ultra-wide and macro camera, full-fledged Samsung Pay, which is actually really useful, in-display fingerprint scanner, which is actually really slow, and much lower battery capacity. That's pretty much it. Not that big of a difference, right? Let's compare the previous gen M series and A series phone, M30 and A50. The A50 had a much better chip, a much better main camera, a much better ultra-wide angle camera, a better selfie camera, better software at launch, and better display protection. And the difference in price was also much lower. But right now, I think the M31 offers much more value for your money than the A51. So that's it for me. Both variants of the M31 are available on Amazon.in. Links can be found in the description in case you want to buy it. Let me know if you'd like to see a full review. I'll try to get it done in 2 to 3 weeks. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hit like, subscribe, bell icon and everything. I'll see you in the comment section. Bye for now.